In today's video, we're going to walk you through everything we include on our landing pages for service-based businesses to achieve conversion rates of 15% to 20% or even higher in a lot of cases. As we do here, for example, for a boiler or a HVAC campaign with a conversion rate of 21%, another campaign in roofing with a conversion rate of just under 19%, and a conversion rate of nearly 22% on another account we started working on more recently. And we're just going to cover everything that really goes into having conversion rates like these, because once you have the correct fundamentals in place, then that's all you really need to have a landing page that converts at a high rate. And it really comes down to making it clear that you offer what the person on the other end is actually looking for and making them aware that they can trust you as well based on the content on your landing page. And we're just going to walk through a template that we made for the purpose of recording this video, just to give you an idea of the core fundamental aspects that if you have on your landing page, you're much more likely to have conversion rates like we just showed. And just to go through this from top to bottom then, what we like to do is have the logo at the top left and phone number at the top right, so you're almost making it look like a regular website from the very beginning. But instead of having, your home, about, services and contact links up above here, because we don't want to divert the traffic to different pages that's not relevant to what we want them to do next. We want our landing page to be optimized for conversions. So instead, what we do is have social proof implemented up here at the top, which is unlike your regular website that would have links to different pages. And we do this because we're trying to optimize for conversions, and we don't want people landing on our landing page, getting distracted and giving them too many different options of places to go. Whereas all we want the landing page to do is convert the click into a phone call or a form submission. And so the next thing you want to have in bold here, like we have, is a clear and compelling headline. The key to having a good headline is making sure that there's keyword focus in there, first of all. So you'd have this headline, for example, artificial grass installation, if the keywords in that ad group are specific to artificial grass installation, and the ad copy that they clicked on is also specific to it. So they would want to click on a headline, for example, that says artificial grass installation, after searching for artificial grass installation, to then get brought to this landing page that says artificial grass installation. So that way there's clear alignment throughout, from keyword to ad to landing page. So that way you're increasing the likelihood that they convert because there's clear alignment from start to finish. So there's no reason for them not to convert when they land on a landing page that matches exactly what they search for. The other two aspects that we don't have highlighted here then are, we have affordable and reliable as an example, but any benefit that you can think of why they would choose you, that's just worded simply like we have here, simple English, where you're not using any fancy or confusing language. You just want to point out, what's in it for them as well in your headline. And what we have here is near you. But what works even better as well is your actual location. So if you're targeting a specific city, for example, you can insert that here where it says near you. And underneath that then, where you have a sub headline or an offer, what we like to have is a clear, compelling offer then. And depending on the service that you offer as well, you can enter in a percentage discount off offer, or if it's a much bigger project, what you could also offer is, for example, a free no obligation consulting quote, or you could offer a free inspection. It really depends on the service that you offer, the offer that makes most sense to you. But if you spend some time thinking about a clear, compelling offer that none of your competitors are offering, then your headline, along with a really good offer, is going to really give you the most leverage in having a really high conversion rate on your landing page. And you want to just make the offer as much of a no-brainer as possible. So in a lot of cases, especially if it's for high-end projects where they don't exactly know what they want yet, things like a free no obligation consulting quote is a no-brainer offer, because they know that if they fill out the form, that the very least they'll get is a free no obligation consultation with no obligation to proceed. And then underneath that, then you can have the top 3 benefits of why they would choose you in bullet point format. The 3 most compelling reasons for why they should convert into a lead would want to be inserted here. And at the bottom then, what we like to do is have more trust signals. So for example, here is a really good example of a trust signal. But in here then you can either have a testimonial, but not even just a testimonial, because we actually have more of those down here. But what we also like to include in here in a lot of our landing pages is authority markers. So for example, if you're on different platforms, for example, Home Advisor, or any other platforms, for example, that states that you're a fully certified and insured company, then that'll give you a lot more credibility. And having just even screenshots of those authority markers in there will really help increase that trust factor overall. And the last part of your hero section then, which is the top part of the landing page that we see right now, is our form or call to action, where you have the get a quote button here, where you let them know exactly what they get by filling out the form, which is a free quote. And at the top, you remind them exactly what they get as well for filling out the form. And the key to having a good form really is to just not ask for too much details, because if the person is interested in what you offer, then you can ask for those details once they've filled out the form. But the whole point of the landing page isn't to make the sale here and now, but to just make the next micro commitment of getting their contact details so you can reach out to them yourself and ask them for any other further information that you need to know to be able to give them a quote for what they're looking for. So in most of the landing pages we use, we just like to have name, phone, email, and message. Just keep it really simple so that there's no friction involved in filling out the form. And right underneath that, then we simply just have more testimonials and social proof, because the trust factors, in my opinion, are the most important aspect of your landing page, along with making it clear exactly what you offer. So you have your keyword focus in there so they know they're in the right place. And there's also plenty of reasons why they should trust you as well. Those are the most important factors of a successful landing page. And we like to have a call to action as well underneath this, then once they actually have had the chance to look at these testimonials. And instead of just having like the form as a call to action, you can also have a get a quote button, which will pull up the form. And I'll show you the published version of this landing page just to show you what that looks like as well. So they can press get a quote here where they can fill out their name, phone, email, and message. So it's just a really useful feature to have in the landing page software that we use. And we use Landingly, which is, in my opinion, the best landing page software to build these landing pages. And if you'd like to try it out for yourself, I have a link for that down below. But using a landing page software as a whole just makes this whole process so much easier, as in my opinion, they're a lot better than website builders and have everything that you really need to make a high converting landing page. And now the top part of your landing page is the most important part, because a lot of people don't even scroll down below this. So once this is fully optimized, you can then start focusing on the rest of the landing page, because some people then want to actually just learn more about what you offer before getting in touch. So here you can have more details about the benefits of why they should choose you. So under here you can have, 6, for example, bullet point benefits of why choose us. So this is where you can start getting a bit more detailed with the text that you include. But further up the page, as we mentioned, it's really not about having too much text or information. It's really just about including what matters most, which is, do you do what I'm looking for and can I trust you? Whereas those that want to learn more, then they can learn more by scrolling down the page. And after you include these details, then you can have another call to action, as there's never any harm of having more call to actions included. And further then you go down the page, you can have details about what you offer. So relevant photos of the service. And for example, here then we would put in artificial grass installation as the service headline and have a description about that specific service here. And lastly, then as well, we'd have a little bit of information about the company, but these details aren't as important as what we have higher up the page, which is more about your trust signals. But depending on the person's typical user behavior, some people like to read everything on the landing page before getting in touch. So it's good to have a little bit of information about the company then. And then at the very bottom of the page as well, you can have one last call to action where you give them the option to call you or fill out the form to get a quote. And those two main call to actions, form submissions and calls, make the most sense to have on any landing page for a service based business, as those are the most two common types of leads that you'd want to collect inside Google Ads. So, those are all the most important elements to include. But if you are building a landing page like this, what you really want to do as well before you publish it is make sure it's fully optimized for mobile, because on average, about 70% of the traffic you get inside Google Ads, depending on the service that you offer, is going to come from mobile. So you just want to have it laid out like this, where you have all of the exact same information included, but it's just fully optimized on the mobile version as well, because you'll just need to adjust all the elements that you added on the desktop version just to make sure it looks clean like this on mobile. And as you go through the mobile version, then you'll see that the layout is more or less the exact same. And as soon as you have the mobile version fully optimized, then you'll be good to go with your high conversion landing page. So I hope this video helped you and just gave you some clarity on what you can do to increase the conversion rates of your Google Ads by having high converting landing pages that include all the fundamentals that we mentioned inside this video. And now if you do have any questions about landing pages or anything else related to Google Ads to improve your overall performance, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you are a service based business looking to further refine your own campaigns, feel free to have a look down below in the description. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. and hopefully we'll see you inside the next video.